What's good? What's good? What's good, everybody? What's good? I apologize for that. You know, I'm really not good with these computers. That's what just happened. I apologize for that. Shout out to everybody that's showing support. We move 100%. Word, Chris, my apologies. That shit, woof, that threw me off. Welcome back. I think I clicked the wrong button. I'm hitting N. I'm trying to switch this, whatever. I don't know what happened, but I'm back on it now. I apologize to everybody who was there. And we were just getting a groove thing. Hopefully everybody comes in the room. If not, make a show real ended. Like I said, this is gonna be a quick show. We're gonna talk about fake friendships, fake everything, yada yada. Reaper Rails. What's good? What's good? What's good? Let everybody know I'll be back. Shout out to April Carter. I apologize. That was kind of rude of me. I didn't know what was going on. I think I clicked something. The whole shit. It's like the second time that happened to me though. But we here back. We back now. Sorry, Young Blunt got me twisted. It messed up a little bit. But with that being said, I try to use the other phone for clarity, but now I see what's going on. I gotta stick to this computer, this webcam. The $20 webcam always does me right anyway. With that being said, let me get back to the thing that I couldn't put up, and I apologize for that. Hold on. That was crazy. I was like, yo, what the hell is happening? Let me put this up for you. Can y'all let me know if y'all can hear it now, though?
Of course, only posted a part of the interview, and this is the part that they said, posted. Of course, I'm sure so many women can relate. Like, you want to reward that man for that work, and the only reward that you have to offer is an orgasm. But even if I didn't feel it, I would still be performative. So yes, I was faking it. We got into like a argument, and then she was like, "Well, I don't be having an orgasm," and I was like, "What?" She was like, "I don't." I'm like, "No, yes, you do. I hear it." Like, and then she was like, I'm like, "Every time?" And she was like, "Yeah." And then that just crushed me because I thought I was putting in work. Like, I'm sitting there thinking I'm, Big Daddy Long Leg. Big Daddy Long Leg. I thought I was man dingo. Even if you are Big Daddy Long Leg, that don't mean that you're doing it right. Okay? All right. So let's open up the phone line. You ain't working that middle just because you Big Daddy Long Leg. You gotta know what you're doing down there. 585-1051. We're asking ladies, have you ever faked an orgasm? And if you did, why? When me and my wife wrote this book, I found out years ago that she was faking orgasms. Pretty much our first 10 years of our relationship. She absolutely goes into it in more depth on lip service while you were not in the room. I've heard this before. I even read it in the book. I don't know why it's so funny right now. You got to remember, we were together since 16 and 15. So at about 17 when we started having sex, I didn't know what I was doing. I was her first. You said you was Big Daddy Long Leg. I thought I was Big Daddy Long Leg. I thought I was man dingo. And I didn't know. And then they realized you had to learn to be a man dingo. Okay, you be a tan dingo. All right, well, I thought I was a tan dingo. Right, what are you talking about? And for the first, couple of years, I didn't know what I was doing. And I had to learn her body and learn what made her orgasm. So we're asking, ladies, have you ever faked an orgasm? If so, why? Let's talk about it. Don't make that sound so nonchalant, King. We're going to stay on you for a while, all right? You ain't staying on me. It took you a decade? Daddy Long Leg? Took Daddy Long Leg a decade, huh? I'm good now. We've been together 27 years. First 9, 10 was a little rough. Are you sure you're good? How do you know you're good? How do you know the acting hasn't gotten better? You want to try? I haven't been orgasm for 12 years from you. Okay, so I feel her pain.
I ain't gonna front to y'all. I'm gonna keep it honest with y'all. Hold on. Did I stop sharing? We good on here? We stop sharing? Yeah, I'm gonna keep it honest with y'all. I'm gonna keep it honest with y'all, man. I'm gonna keep it honest with y'all. That's not the type of conversation you should be having with your lady in front of the public like that. That's embarrassing for a man to hear that type of information. Even though we know it's true, and we understand that a lot of women do front, a lot of women do cheat on their men. But at the end of the day, fake orgasm and stuff like that, but that's not something you admit and you write in a book. But like my man Rick Burrell said, that particular woman, probably she wanted payback for him cheating on her years ago. I don't know. But that's not something you talk about. And to fake it for 10 years, 10 years, I don't know. That's not something I could rock with, to be honest with you. for 10 years. So what were the other things that kept her in? What else did you lie about? What else were you not truthful about? And see, stuff like that is, to me, it shows that, like I said, people don't know when to let go of relationships. If you missed the other, we're back now, but we had a part of the show that's cut off because of technical difficulties. And we talked about Desmond Idris, who was being criticized for bringing another girl to a red carpet event while he has a girlfriend that's pregnant. And we talked about how people find it very hard to let people go in a relationship. I decided to bring that up first in order to lead to this particular topic, because a lot of people don't want to let things go, and they want to keep staying in relationships, and having a friendship, a love, or even their sexual life be a whole facade, and that's completely unacceptable, at least for me. Once again, to be in a relationship, at least for me, I would like to be with someone that's transparent and that's honest. When you stay in a relationship longer than you need to, you end up literally destroying minutes, seconds, hours, days of your life that you could never get back again. And that's not something you want to do when you have one life to live. I'm not saying leave when it's the first sign of turbulence, but I'm saying stay in relationships, only stay in relationships that pour into you, that fulfill you, that add value, that help you grow. That's what I'm talking about. But to be in a relationship for 10 years, and he said they started having sex from at 17. So you started having sex at 17 to 27, and you were faking orgasms. How many times are you having sex a day? Because I know when I'm with a lady, I like to have sex as much as possible. But to fake an orgasm, I don't know if I could be in a relationship. If she told me that, I don't know how we'll handle that. Is it for money? One of the things that my boy Reaper Rail says it was for money. Like that's not something that I would be around, in my opinion. I don't know if I could do that. Men, we can't handle the truth. Maybe she did love him. To say I never had an orgasm for 10 years, is that because of him, or is it because of she didn't know her body? And to have sex for 10 years and fake it, and he didn't realize, what does that mean? Like, to me, I'm hurt for him. You feel what I'm saying? I'm hurt. I couldn't be in a relationship like that. That's not something I want to do. Shout out to Queen Nita. Shout out to Natalie. We respect you. April Carter, I apologize. I was trying to get the shout outs and the whole show just got cut off. So I apologize for that. But we're back on now. And please invite people to the room. I want to drop this music again because you know how I get in the mood, but I just want to get this show over with because, to be honest with you, we got to go out tonight. We got to have fun. But I don't know how a man could be with a woman that faked the orgasm for 10 years. I don't know them. I met them one time at the Hermes store years ago when I was buying my first Hermes belt. And I think it was when Hermes store was in Wall Street. I don't know if it's still there, but I don't know if you could do that. I don't know if I could do that. I don't know if I'll be, I don't know if I could believe a woman. Men take their sexual prowess very seriously. And I think that's why women lie to men in regards to sex. I don't mind a woman faking it, but for 10 years straight, that's going to let me question a lot of things. So with that being said, let's talk about other things that people might lie to men about. Let's talk about fake friendship. Let's talk about fake love. Let's talk about how men outside of sex, we get lied to a lot because women know that we have egos. They know that we're very prideful creatures. So in order to keep us happy, they lie to us about how they feel, about the things that they want in order to keep a relationship going. And this is something that we have to be mindful of as men. We have to be very, very mindful of that. that can really cause an issue in life. Queenita says, I don't think she was faking it. It probably was feeling good. Doesn't mean that it ended with a splash. I mean, that happens sometimes. My boy Truth says, I'm trying to tell you, man, do a better job vetting. See, this is the problem. I don't, how does that relate to a woman, vetting a woman? I mean, when you vet a woman, you can't have, I mean, according to you, because you are Christian, you're not supposed to have sex with women. So how would you know? How would you know? Unless you're talking about she's supposed to be telling you the truth. So you come up here and talk about that. But Chris is right. Sometimes people don't really care about sex. I met a couple of women recently in my life that said sex is not a big thing for them. It's not. They don't care about that. They care about intimacy. They care about love, but they don't care about sex. So as I get older, at 42, you start realizing that a lot of women don't really, sex is not like that, at least with that particular partner. Me, I can't be in a relationship like that. If a woman doesn't love me, then I don't want to, if she doesn't want to have sex with me, I don't really want to be with her, to be honest with you. To me, that's something that we have to work on as a couple. Reaper Well said, are you consider his wife being scorned from his cheating? I don't know if she's scorned, but to say I think that probably made him, even though he didn't realize it, but she wasn't enthused for sex. I don't know if that pushed him. I won't say made him, because that's no excuse for you to cheat on your wife. Once you pick a wife, you shouldn't be cheating on her. But unless you have an open relationship, but I don't think, I don't know. That's a very touchy thing. But not to have an orgasm, that's crazy. That's crazy. Let's talk about friendship, fake friendships. At least men. How many men here have women in their lives where, or men in their lives that other men in their lives that they've been in fake friendships? We're gonna go through this part really, really quick. Really, really quick. Because as you can see, even if you take my past YouTube experiences, you're going to understand why I'm talking about like this whole fake friendship thing. But let's talk about fake friendships and how men can't handle the truth. Men cannot handle the truth when it comes to fake friendship. Let's talk about it. I read an article one time, and I'm going to bring it up if I don't get the page shut down, but I read an article and it gave you 15 signs of a fake friendship. For example, they said one sign of a fake friendship is a fair weather friend. Now, we understand what a fair weather friend is. A fair weather friend is essentially someone who's in and out your life, who wants to come in, play around with you, and then leave. That's not people we want in our life. We want a friend that's going to be there no matter what, the good and the bad. And a lot of men, and I believe men, deal with women who only come around when they're up. Men deal with women who only come around when they up. But these women have gifts of charm and persuasion that make you think that they're there for you as a friend or a lover. Think about it. Do you think DJ Envy's wife would have been with him if he was broke, if he couldn't give her an orgasm? Do you think DJ Envy's wife would have been with him if he was broke and couldn't give her an orgasm? I never known a time that DJ Envy was ever broke. I don't know. I don't know about a time. And I'm from New York. He always been a guy that got money, from what I've seen in New York. That's something we have to consider. Men don't know how to handle that. They don't know how to handle when a woman is not with them for the right reasons. Some men want to be lied to. If most women told the men why they were with them, most men will probably cry or jump off of, you know what I mean? Because what if a woman came to say, I'm only with you because I'm scared to be alone. I'm only with you because we have kids together and I don't want multiple baby daddies. I'm only with you because you take care of me. I'm only with you because I can't get anyone better. Men could not handle that truth if women were to say that. I don't think so. I know it'd be hard for me to handle that truth. So could you imagine other guys handling that truth? I don't know. And I love transparency. I have many women tell me, like, I only fuck with you. If you stop taking care of me, it's over. I handle that. But I don't know if most men can handle that. I don't know. I doubt that. Fair weather friends, fair weather lovers, men cannot handle the truth. Another thing they said, Son, was men, women not being there for you, aren't there for you. They're not there at all. Men cannot handle that truth that the woman that they love and adore is not there for them. Inga, baby, what's up? Men cannot handle that truth. That the woman that you actually love and want to be with is really not there for you. You see, a lot of times, people think that women make up these narratives and these fake worlds, fantasy worlds that they live in, but men do it too. Men really do it too. What up, lover boy Leslie? What's good? At the end of the day, men do it too. At the end of the day, we make up these false narratives. And we tell each other, guess what? We tell ourselves that woman loves me. That woman wants to be with me. Even though she doesn't support you in your endeavors. She really doesn't support you in your endeavors. So you gotta pay attention to that, men. Men, we lie to ourselves because we can't handle the truth of being with women who are not around us for the right reasons. This is the facts. This is the pure facts. Another sign. Let's talk about it. Men can't handle the fact of a fake lover and a fake friend, because when we find out that we're with a woman that always needs something from us, we would think that, oh, that's just a way for us to express that we're providers. A woman that loves you, a woman that wants to be your friend, is going to not be needy and will allow you to be a provider, but they won't make it a prerequisite to show love to you. Men, we lie to ourselves. We say we have to provide for the one we love, right? No, we have to provide so she can love us. But it really should be we provide because she loves us, not because we want her to love us. That's how it should be, at least for me. I'm never gonna lie to myself and say, oh, if I take care of this woman, I provide for this woman, she's gonna love me. It should be the opposite. It should be, she loves me. This is why I want to provide and protect her. That's how I feel. I don't know how everybody else feels, but I see men lie to themselves so much. I'm telling you. Let me see what Reaper says. A man can handle a woman if he's with her for agreed reasons. I could see that. But we'll talk about that soon. Some more signs. Let's talk about it. Some more signs. We in denial. We in some, like, we don't tell the truth in regards to relationships, because we're in relationship with people who are competing against us. We're not in relationships with people who want us to grow or help us. And men, we lie to ourselves a lot. Especially the relationships we have with modern day women. We lie to ourselves a lot. A lot of these women are with us because they compete against us. They don't really want us. They don't really want to be with us, but because they see us as, it's funny, you could be in love with a friend of me. You could be in love with a woman that likes you, but she can't stand your ass. And you're going to tell yourself, nah, it's just a hot, passionate relationship. No. She's trying to top you in every category, but you want to lie to yourself. That's not cool. We have to be honest with ourselves in regards to the woman that we have in our lives, and how they add to our lives. Not the woman that want to compete against a man. The fight should never be between us. The fight should always be us against them. And that's what we're missing in relationships. Me, every time I get into a relationship and I see a woman try to go back and forth with me to see who's on a higher level of the power dynamics, I cut it off quick. Because I'm not here to fight with you. It's us against the world, not us against us. This is not going to work. So me personally, I don't look for a woman that's in competition for me. And I'm not going to lie to myself and tell myself, hey, no, she's just giving me pushback because she wants the best for me, or she's trying to push me. It's a difference between pushing someone to be better and being competitive with them and letting them know, well, you need to do this because I did this. Then you need to do this because I'm on this level. But then you should go and get somebody on that level if you're not going to help me rise to your level or above, and vice versa. We can't be in competition with our friends or someone that we love. And I think men don't know how to handle that truth. Men don't know how to handle that truth. I was in a situation, even on YouTube, a lot of people secretly felt the way when I got monetized. A lot of people were in competition with me until they realized they didn't need me to move forward. And then I was in denial. I'm thinking that me helping them will eventually help me. And that's not cool. That's not cool. So in any form of life, in any relationship, try not to be in competition with the person that you love. Let's do it. Next one. Why are men still in relationships with women who, I repeat, with women who make them feel bad? Why are men in relationship with women who make them feel bad? You see, I'm not going to lie to you. I've been in relationships with women who didn't have nice things to say about me. And, you read the 4 agreements, like you shouldn't take it personal, but you have to watch the people that talk about you and joke about you. And if you listen carefully, realize they don't respect you. So why would you lie to yourself that you can change this person? When you hear a woman joke about you or clown you or say rude things, not for your betterment, just to point you out, then you need to check that woman. And when I say check her, that means leave the relationship. No one that loves you is going to constantly put you down. The person that loves you, that wants to be a friend, that wants to be a lover, is going to always try to uplift you. And this is why I say that DJ Envy thing don't sit right with me. Because for 10 years, why didn't you sit down with me and say, this is my body, and for me to get to where I want to get to, I need you to do this. Why didn't you feel comfortable enough to do that? Did you feel like you was going to lose him? And then DJ Envy, why didn't you feel comfortable to ask her how she felt? Why did you lie to yourself? What part of your ego made this woman feel like, yo, you know what? I can't tell him how I feel. These are the things we need to check out for, man, because we could blame the woman all we want, but we need to stop lying to ourselves. We need to stop lying to ourselves. And shout out to Queen Nita. That's a fact. Some jokes are not jokes. They really feel 100%. It's a fact. Let's talk about it. All right. Let's go to the next one. I'm going to make this a quick show because I love y'all, man. I really got to go out tonight, but I just want to keep this popping in the algorithms. Real quick show. We trying to have fun. Men, why are you with women? Why do you lie to yourself and try to stay with women who do not celebrate you? I've been in relationships with women who don't celebrate me. To the point that when I got with women that celebrated me, I didn't know how to handle it. They just tell me I'm this, I'm handsome, I'm king, this all day. And I didn't know how to handle it because I've been around women who didn't celebrate me. Who made me feel like my accomplishments We're nothing. And I would lie to myself and tell people, or tell myself and other people, now, you know, she's just a tough cookie. It takes a lot to impress her. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. As you get older, you start realizing that some women, I repeat, women don't have that in their heart. And as a man, you should not be around a woman that doesn't celebrate you, that doesn't lift you up, that doesn't make you feel like the man you should, the way you should be feeling. That's not something we want to associate ourselves with at all. At all. Please don't do it. Reba Rell said a lot of men don't know how to spot a good woman. They didn't grow up with one. And that's the honest truth. That's the honest truth. We didn't grow up with good women. Like, we grew up with women that thought that showing love was belittling us, was joking around. And that didn't uplift us until they realized when they got older, words are powerful. Words are powerful. I'm just so happy I got God on my side, and the way the universe works with me, I always find a way back on top. And I find a way to avoid the traumas that I received from women, and also the traumas that I gave to women. I'm not exempt. I'm not exempt. But I'm realizing that women, at least within our community, they don't lift us, they don't know how to lift us up until we are down. And words, the way words work, at least manifestation of words, or the power of words, truth to power is that you say it so we never go down. You speak highly of us so we never go down. Don't wait till we're in our rock bottom to lift us up. Make sure we never go down. And men, stop lying to yourself. Break from that whole emotional shackle of being with women who don't lift you up, who don't celebrate you. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. All right. Next one. Why do men stay in relationships with women that drain them? I'm guilty of draining women energies in past relationships, but I've been with women that drain you, that need your attention, that need your energy. These are lovers and friends we should stop lying to ourselves. I feel like as Black men, we train ourselves to be with Black women who are strong, independent, but they're also borderline emotionally unavailable. And we think that if we work hard to break through their walls or break through their defense mechanism, that's when we hit love. And it shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't be a task to get someone to love you. And we shouldn't lie to ourselves about that. We shouldn't lie to ourselves about that. That's not healthy to me. I don't know how you want to live your life, but I'm not living my life trying to fall in love with someone who doesn't love themselves or who doesn't want to love you properly. And this is why I say to everybody, please, please, please love properly. Please don't lie to yourself. Don't accept love that's not for you. This goes for men. Don't accept women that belittle you, that don't celebrate you, that don't add value to you, that's not in competition with you. Don't be around those women. I have many women said, you know, I'm just like you. You know, I could do this just like. I'm like, why? Why you want to be just like me? Why can't we be together? Why are you in competition? Why do you feel so oppressed? That's not the type of life I want to be with. This is why I haven't been married, because I don't want to lock myself into a relationship where I'm competing every single time. Good point, Queen Nita. Compatibility is key. Not feeling drained. Let's talk about it. Let's keep on going. They talk behind your back. fake friends, fake lovers, fake orgasms. Now it's funny because fake friends talk behind your back, and then you have fake lovers do the same thing too. The funny thing about the Gia and DJ Envy situation is that she put it on blast. But how many people knew about that behind his back that he didn't talk about, that he doesn't know before she put it out there? We want to stop being around people that don't defend us when we're not around. We want to be around women that don't go to these chat rooms or these chat groups, these group chats, these brunches, and talk bad about us. We don't want to be around that. We don't want to be around that. We want to be around women that go and brag about us in front of their friends or brag about us in their group chats. I was with a woman one time, and she told her friends about me in a group chat, and I'm like, I'm not a social experiment. I'm not somebody you talk about like that, because that's not going to work. You want to big up the woman that you with or the man that you with, because when he's not around, so when your friends meet him or her, guess what happens? He doesn't feel that awkward energy like, yo, what's going on? Their vibes is not right. Because I know if my lady talks about me bad to her friends, right? You know what I'm saying? I know. I could feel it, especially if she talks bad about me to her family. I could feel it. So we have to stop being around women like that. We have to stop lying to ourselves that this is not happening, because it is happening. Shout out to Kevin Cook. He said, "What up, King? All these come from putting all your eggs in one basket and hating to see people move up and on." That's a fact. That's a fact. Let's talk about that. Let's keep going. They have nothing good to say about you. We already talked about that. We know we don't want to be around women or lovers or fake friends that have nothing good to say about us. They're disrespectful. They're disrespectful. We already know when we're in a relationship with people, a sign that they're not really your friend or your lover is that it's the disrespect. How do they talk to you? How do they treat you? Will show a lot about how they feel about themselves. Will also show a lot about you if you stick around. For that man to sit there and have his wife talk about him not satisfying for 10 years, that means she don't really respect him. Or she wants fame. She's been trying to get a show and trying to do this because she doesn't want to be the housewife. But one thing about Envy, he took care of his wife. She didn't have to work. So now she's like, you know what? I need to do my thing. I need to be out there. Let me talk about a relationship. I'm not doing that. Don't do that to me. That's like me telling, go in public and say, my wife's sex is whack. It has been whack for 10 years. How would she have felt? Then why are you still around? Then why is she still around? 10 fuck that. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that at all. Let's talk about it. Men, why do we engage? I know we live in a world of hypergamy, but why do we engage with women that we will never know if they love us for us? Why do we engage with women or lovers or friends who can add value to us and we feel like we would never know? One of the signs they talked about was they have something to gain from you. A lot of men are with women who have something to gain from them, but they think, oh no, that girl is just feeling you. And that's not the case. But we know how to lie to ourselves as men. We try to say, oh, it's hypergamy. I gotta have money. I gotta have this, or a woman won't mess with me. At one point, I felt like that. But if a woman really messes with you, like for real, she's gonna mess with you. She's gonna deal with you. She's gonna love you. Of course, you want to be a man. You want to take care of her, but we gotta know how to tell who's who. We got to care about who's true. He said a good point. Reaper says, if a woman doesn't live vicariously through you, they are not for you. Leave. Your pain should be her pain. Your joy should be her joy, and vice versa. And vice versa. I totally agree with that. Totally agree with that. Let's keep going. They're jealous of you in some way. How many men in this chat, or how many women in this chat been with someone that was jealous of you? I have, and that is the craziest thing. Like it's crazy to sleep with someone that is jealous of you, that wants to be better than you, that's in competition with you. Oh, you getting this, well, I'm going to get this. You getting that. I don't want to be in that type of relationship. I don't want to be in that type of relationship. I don't want to be in this. I really don't. I really don't. Yeah, April, I definitely agree with you on that. April says, but let's not act like they weren't promoting the book together, and let's not act like they didn't have a discussion before the book came out. I definitely agree with you on that, but I also think that they're getting money. So why do they need to reveal such things? Why do they need that attention? That's just a question I have for April. Hold on. Let me go to the next one. Let me see. Next one. Two more that said they try to sabotage you. This is what happens. Men, be wary of the woman that try to sabotage you in other arenas of your life. Women do the same, but usually like sabotage you. We tend to overlook things and think everything is cool and lie to ourselves and say we caused upon ourselves. But a woman that loves you is not going to sabotage you. She's not going to have you risk losing your livelihood, your freedom. If they love you, they would never do that. You got to watch out for those women. I'm telling you. These people women are very spiteful. I remember a woman told me that women are evil and spiteful, and that same woman spent 6 hours talking about me. I should have paid attention. I have women in my life right now who are supposed to be dear to me, related to me, but they're going at me like it's no other. They don't want me to have the life that I deserve, or the life that I could work for, the life that I live. But this is why I said, if a woman is trying to sabotage your livelihood, your freedom, please be mindful of that and don't lie to yourself. Know where you stand and defend yourself accordingly. Let's keep going. Another thing we have to worry about is signs. One of the biggest signs that I think that make men stupid and how we lie to ourselves is that all the things that I mentioned earlier, they get repeated. And when I say we don't know how to handle the truth and we lie to ourselves, is that we ignore the repetitive behavior. We ignore the pattern that goes with people or women or friendship, fake friendships or fake lovers that come into our lives to try to take us down. We ignore it. And we need to be a little bit more alert, a little bit more aware, a little bit more cognizant of what's going on around us. Because what happens is we tend to be in these relationships of friendships and lovers where we're just happy to be there. We're happy to be in a relationship, because men, we are creatures of habit. So when we have something, we don't want to lose it. I know a lot of men that won't leave their wives or their baby mothers, even though they cheat on them when they leave them and they do whatever, but they won't, they cheat them and stray a little bit, but they won't leave them because they're creatures of habit. We always come back home, come back to the bone. And we have to be mindful of that. Stop being with people that display these patterns of behavior that are not conducive to a healthy relationship. That's what we need to start focusing on. You see, I brought this topic up today, and I said I was going to do a quick show is because I wanted, like I said, also keep the algorithms going, because if we don't feed YouTube, it's going to put you down the list. So I can't take these 2 weeks or 1 week off because of, I'm doing other projects that's huge. So I've been occupied and I can't really put my energy like that. But I'm going to drop these little things here and there, like these little hour shows and these little clips of me in New York, because I want people to understand I'm still here. And when I come back in full effect, I just want to make sure a couple of things are straight on my other end, because my real life is really good and I want to keep it good. And that's what I'm doing. But I brought this topic up because it really disturbed me about what happened to DJ Envy. Like I said, I know he doesn't probably care because, like April said, they probably talked about it. And they want clout. You know what I mean? But to me, I would be completely ashamed if a woman that I loved for years couldn't tell me about how I was sexually. I would be ashamed if a woman that I love couldn't express to me that I wasn't satisfying her. Right? I also be a little bit wary that what will make you stay in a relationship that you're not satisfied in. And a lot of people are in a relationship. I got a question Gia. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know her like that, and I think she's a lovely lady. But you stay with a man that didn't have sex with you, that didn't satisfy you sexually. Let me correct myself. You also stay with a man that cheated on you, right? You also, you see what I'm saying? Like, why aren't you like? Why? It doesn't add up to me that he did all this when you're still with him. You feel me? It doesn't make sense to me. You feel me? And then why would you stay with a woman that's not satisfying you, or that you couldn't satisfy? You feel me? Like, a lot of times in me, and I'm not saying them, I'm not talking about them, I don't know them, but I think a lot of men, they feel like if they provide financially, that a woman is their object, and that woman loves them because they provide. And provision is only part of the reason a woman loves you. It shouldn't be the only reason. But a lot of these men are in relationships with women who only are with them because they are providers. And they lie to them and saying, hey, that woman loves me. Trust me, if you lost that job, you lost that bag, you'll find out how quick that woman loves you. I see a lot of men, a lot of top dudes, street dudes, top shotters, steppers that go to prison, and you'll see how much that woman loves you. I learned the hard way. All the strippers I spent money on, when I went to prison for that little short bid, which is long enough for me, I wouldn't do it again. The woman I spent money, they didn't give a fuck. And when I came out, they didn't give a fuck either. Trust me on that. Trust me on that. They don't care about you. And once you know that, you move accordingly. You move accordingly. I only want to be a woman that care about me, with or without money. I want to be around women that want me to grow and be better, who stand by my side and help me realize who I am as a man. That's who I want to be with. I don't want to be with anybody else. That's who I want to be with. Let me read what April Carter says. DJ Envy and his wife are not victims in this. At the end of the day, you teach people how to treat you. If she stayed when he cheated and she's not satisfied, that's on her. And for him, if he wasn't satisfied or happy, I just wanted to spread his wings. He should have never gotten married, especially at that age. They got married early, hey, that's dumb. Okay, that's dumb. I don't really do the whole marriage at young age. I think you should experience, life itself. But I just, to go back to the topic, men, do your due diligence to be with, to figure out and to vet women, make sure she's not a liar. Do your due diligence to figure out the woman that you're with is not lying to you about the friendship that you have. A lot of women pretend, they live in these narratives, they play these roles to say they're cool with you until shit hit the fan and they don't get what they want. Men, don't lie to yourself. Don't lie to yourself about being a woman who doesn't love you or who doesn't respect you. Don't lie to yourself, because the only person that's going to suffer is you. We can't handle the truth. Like I said in the beginning, if women were to speak the truth, men could not handle the truth. Women are the masters of keeping things to themselves in order to keep the balance of the peace, or to keep things going till they get what they want. But then when you hurt them, you see the truth come out. You will see the truth come out, and you're not going to be able to handle it. We can't handle the truth. We can't handle the truth. We can't handle women cheating on us. We can't handle women doing the same things we are known to do to them. Reason why? I don't know. Maybe because they shouldn't be doing it. Because we believe that women are different or think different from men. That's not the case. That's not the case. We have to stop lying to ourselves. We have to start being honest with the woman that we have in our lives, so they feel comfortable enough to be honest with us. Why aren't we talking to our ladies? Why aren't we telling them how we feel? Why aren't we keeping quiet enough to hear how they feel? Why aren't we listening? Why aren't we listening to the nonverbal cues? Because DJ Envy, maybe she told you she was satisfied, but maybe it was nonverbal cues that would have made you realize that you weren't doing your job. And that goes for all men, because all men, we don't give women orgasms all the time. And if we do, that's great. I know I do. So for most of the women I deal with, I know I do, but still, we need to listen to them. We really do need to listen to them. And we need to listen to ourselves and know when we are being taken advantage of. Learn how to accept the truth can actually save you time in a relationship. Can actually help you decipher who's who. Accept the truth. Not the truth that's just verbally being said to you outright, but watch the truth. My father always says, don't hear what I say, watch what I say, right? Don't hear the truth, watch the truth. It's behavior. You start seeing things. The way they roll their eyes, the way they turn their necks, the way they walk away from you, the lack of touching, the lack of affection, the lack of just courtesy. Men have to stop lying to themselves and accept the truth when in a relationship. You really have to start doing that. I was in Cuba one time with this girl. I think I tell this story all the time. I don't know if y'all remember. I was in Cuba and we were getting into fights back and forth. And then one day a show comes on, and the guy in the show talks about when you stop having respect in a relationship, when you stop saying please or thank you. Once you stop saying please or thank you, the relationship is over. And men, I need you to stop lying to yourself. I need you to know how to accept the truth. When a woman stops saying thank you and please, the relationship is over, because it's either two things. She's either entitled or ungrateful. And that's basically cousins. We have to start learning how to accept the truth, even when it's not being spoken to us directly. And I'm speaking to the men because I'm a man. The same thing applies to women. I just believe women are able to hide their emotions better, and men need to be a little bit more on alert. We as men continue to pretend like we are rocks when it comes to our emotions. We can be strong. We have been conditioned to be strong. But that's when it hurts the most. It hurts the most. It really does. So when we have these friendships, these loving relationships, even our sexual experiences, I encourage all men to open up a little bit and be aware of what's going on within the relationship. So you're not in a relationship where you have to lie to yourself just to keep your sanity. We all been through it. We all been through relationships where we said, hey, check this out. I know she doesn't love me the way I love her, but if I work hard enough, she will. I know she doesn't find me attractive like the way I find her attractive, but that's going to change if I'm good to her. Do you really want to be in a relationship like that? Do you really believe that if your relationship is not good now, you want to waste another 5, 10, 15 years trying to fix it and have kids in between? Do you really want to be in a relationship where you think it's working out when you really grew apart? If that's the type of relationship you want, more power to you. But that's not the relationship I'm aiming for. The relationship I'm aiming for is a relationship built off of transparency and accountability. That's the two values I want in my relationship. Whether it be friends with a woman, lovers of a woman, or just having sex with a woman, I want to be able to bask in the truth. I don't want to waste a woman's time, and I don't want her wasting my time. That's all I ask for is transparency and accountability. And that's the only thing that's going to rock with me, to be honest with you. Men, this whole show today was dedicated to you because it really hurt my feelings that DJ Envy had to sit through there. And even though he already knew about the situation, but he had to sit through there and have a woman who's his wife and the mother of his children, who he loves dearly, said that she had to lie to make him feel good for 10 years. For 10 years. I don't want to be in a relationship like that. And I don't want anybody I know to be in a relationship like that. Granted, they worked out now, they love each other, and that's powerful. But I don't want to be in a relationship like that. I remember, like I said, I talk about my past relationship because I can't, because I was in it. That particular person lied to me about mismanaging or stealing my rent, a portion of it. And when she did that, I found out. But what really hurt me the most wasn't that I found out that she did that and that she lied to me about it when I asked her. It hurt because she got caught months after she did that. Meaning that you were laying next to me for 2 months or a month and a half knowing that you did that. And that's where the trust is gone. I don't believe in laying with a woman that's not forthright or honest with you. I'm not sharing my energy with that person. I don't want to share my energy with that person. It's not what I'm here for. I would never share my energy with a person if I find out she lied to me for days or months or even years. It's not something I want to partake in. And that's just me. So, men, don't live in a lie. Learn how to accept the truth. And women, learn how to tell the truth to the man that you love. Don't be so scornful. Don't be so spiteful. You know what I mean? Don't do that. You know, say from a place of growth. Say from like, you know what? This is how I feel. I don't like when you do this. You're not like who you think you are, but I know we could work towards it. Be honest with them. Be honest with the man that you are. And men, peep the signs. Know your woman. Know your woman. Know who she is. So you're not living with someone that is lying to you and make you feel a way that's not sincere. So with that being said, like I said, it's a short show. I want to thank everybody for coming in. Let me give a special shout out to my sponsors. Ripple, shout out to you. Thank you for always sponsoring from day one. Also my book, shout out to my book, Loving the Eyes of Travel. I appreciate you. Also, please go and support the membership page, members only, King's Court. Appreciate you. Also do merchandise. Please go to bonfire.com, store Conversation with King. Also go and support my brother book, Love by Willie Dean. I appreciate you. And with that being said, I want everybody to enjoy their Friday and their weekend. And I'll speak to you later. Peace.